I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I am experimenting with some strawberries before we start our strawberry farm in 2021. So some things that you're going to hear about are the varieties of strawberries. We got about 4 different ones that we are trying out, different kind of mulch that we decided on. Want it mounded or matted, what to do with those runners. Also when to plant in the spring or the fall. Irrigation that we are going to do. Now, a couple things to note about these strawberries is that I planted these sure crop in the spring. Same with these. And as you can tell by the leaves and how well they are, bigger. Then with the Chandlers, they're so small because I just planted them beginning of September, and it's been a good month. But it's been cold, so they haven't had a chance to really, I guess, get bigger. The other ones are bare roots, and I planted those the beginning of August, so they've had a lot of time to grow as well. Something else to keep in mind is when we plant, it has to be just the right timing. So as you can tell, if we planted probably almost the end of August, I think that would be perfect, because then you don't have to worry about plucking all the runners or any buds, hopefully, and just have to worry about frost coming and covering those babies up. Now I'm gonna do, let's see, we got black plastic. That's what we're going for because I like it. And yes, I'm pregnant. And I know there's a huge debate out there for black plastic, no black plastic. Well, I like black plastic, so that's why we're going with it. This is thicker. We're gonna do, hold on buddy, hold on. This is thicker stuff. It's woven plastic, great for the garden, take it up every year. But for the farm, we're gonna do a thin 1 ml, so it's stretchier and you don't keep it very long. It's just for 1 or 2 seasons. One of the things about plastic that I've learned so far is we're gonna use a plastic layer machine, I guess. Who knew there was something like that out there? It is awesome. It'll lay down the plastic, it'll mound up the dirt for you, it will lay down the drip irrigation at the same time. It's great. I'm excited. We might even have found someone in the area that can, sorry about your breath, that can do it for us. Oh, and the last thing is with the other good thing about a plastic mulch layer machine thing is that it lays it real tight, or you have to make sure it's real tight to the ground. If you get any air pockets, things like that in there, that will not do well with your strawberries. It won't even help with keeping it'll probably cool down the soil too much, which you don't want. You want those berries, the soil to be warmer, so the berries can grow. As you can see in this picture here, it was really loose compared to this video where you can see what the plastic mulch layer does. It's pretty amazing. Here's our mounded versus black. Mounded should give you better production and better drainage. There we go. For the water. We don't have that problem here. Our soil is great as far as drainage goes, so I'm not too worried about that. But again, with the plastic mulch layer, it shapes up the bed for you, and there's lots of other reasons to have it mounded compared to matted. Works great either way, but gonna do mounded. There you go. Really quick about fertilizer. I didn't fertilize those plants over there at all until this fall when I planted the rest, the bare roots and the plugs. So I did a soil test first to see what I was missing in our soil there. Got to do it again next year for our farm, but I used this. It worked. Does it? It's like a 8-12-32 strawberry fertilizer. Worked well for me because I was missing, oh man, I can't even think of what the last one is for. But it doesn't matter because your soil is probably going to be different than mine. And the other thing, I go by this book here. It's been very helpful. It's surprisingly very hard to find different books for the Midwest for strawberry farming. Hi! And in there it tells you all about what kind of fertilizer, herbicides, insecticides, when you should do what. It's great, but yeah, I've had to do a little bit more research as far as fertilizing goes. Nope, I did not irrigate that way. Did I use a sprinkler? Nope, didn't do it that way either. Let me tell you what I did use. I used drip irrigation. You might have already saw it in some of the last part of my video. Right here you can see the red knobs. I could turn it off and on if I want to. And I think I used, I don't know, I'm not going to get into it too much, but I got mine from Berry Hill Drip. They give you different kits that you can get. I got mine for I think 100 feet and 20 rows, and it works well. I didn't have to water my strawberries a lot during the summer, maybe a couple times because the plastic kept the moisture in, and we have really, I don't know, you wouldn't say thick soil, but denser soil, you know, it's not as sandy, that kind of thing. So, we're using drip. There's a couple cool things that I did when I planted my strawberries. I used a torch. This thing is awesome. To put the holes in the plastic. It's not connected to the drill, but I used this drill bit, well, my husband used it, to drill the holes after the torch put a hole in the plastic. Does that make sense? Because our soil was pretty matted down and not loose, so we had to loosen it up. And you'll see a video of me planting the strawberries here in a minute. And finally, you'll see in another video me using this tool. I bought it. You could easily make it, I'm sure. It was made planting bare roots so much easier, especially in plastic. Or if you don't have plastic, it's a lot easier because it pushes those roots straight down, deep enough. So, for the strawberry farm, since we're using plastic, we have to cut the runners. I didn't cut some for experiment. What? And I placed them about 1 foot apart. Here's a runner here. Most likely we're just gonna cut them, but it is a little bit more labor. There you go. There's a monstrous runner, as you can see. Lots of leaves. If you planted that in the ground, it would take root and give you more strawberries.
Can I cut that?
Sure. Cut it really hard. Come on.
Nah.
Here, you work on that over there, okay?
Oh.
And I'll show you also a little clip here so you can see it. So, mother plant. I guess you could call it baby plant. About 1 foot apart. Now, something that I'm experimenting with is not cutting one of the runners for each mother plant and planting those runners 1 foot apart from each mother plant. And then you just use a little staple or something and pin it down right into another hole that I burn. See how it goes. So there you have it. There's some of the things that we experimented with this summer, and I learned so much about strawberries. Lots of research and experience, but there's nothing like doing the real thing right out here next fall when we start planting. Please let me know what your experiences have been, because it's hard to find people who farmed strawberries or even garden them in Wisconsin, where I'm from. Thanks for watching. Oh, and the last thing is with the... No, you may not pick up the mouse. And the other thing... Done. Are you done? Yay! A little bit more research. Stop. As far as fertilizing goes. Oh my goodness, you can't see my face. But you can see the runner and my belly. Cut it off.
Hi, I got